What's up, everybody? Welcome to Buzzworthy TV, and I'm your girl, Lady T. So, you guys already know what it is. A sister has been running, as you guys can see, just got off work. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit of what's been going on in these streets. Oh my goodness, so much has been going on, so much to talk about. But that's okay, because we are going to get it in today and tomorrow. Y'all going to get videos after video. Okay, now first of all, before I go into what I'm here to talk about, I want to give a shout out to my friend, my brother from another mother, Mr. James Caldwell. Because it's because of him that he led me to something really powerful. Okay, so I've been following this whole Monique controversy ever since, the clip went viral when she said that Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, and Oprah Winfrey could suck her dick if she had one. Okay? And then I came on here and was like, Monique, sweetie, like, you are too freaking talented to let this mess up your coin. Like, don't do this. Just, not be quiet, but, like, don't drag this out. Like, okay, my whole thing was, okay, you were mistreated. You had been spoke about it prior. And then to me it was like, okay, you spoke about it a couple times actually. And then you go on this rant during your comedy show. That's what it appeared to me. And I still stick by the fact that I believe that Monique is way, way too talented to be held back by something that happened years and years ago. Like, I just wish at this point they all could get together and just sit down and have a real conversation. Because like my brother James Caldwell said, they all are wrong. Monique ain't right, and Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, Oprah, they ain't right. Okay? So, but I stand by what I said because I do love Monique. I've followed her career. I've met her a couple times in person. And she seemed, when I met her briefly, it did seem like, she had a very kind and gentle spirit. I've loved her since, but even before the Parkers, I remember her from Def Comedy Jam. Okay? And to see her evolve into a woman who had a hit, sitcom, to selling out arenas, to becoming this amazing actress, this Academy Award-winning actress. I was so proud, okay? And I wanted her to win. So that's why I said what I said. And part of me, like I said, still sticks by that. Because you can't hold on to that. You got to move forward and progress because you are too talented. Let's see your talent. Because you are amazingly underrated. Like, I just don't understand. So, with that being said, last night, I worked a 12-hour shift. Feet was hurting like I don't know what. And I said, let me go catch up on my videos by my brother, James Caldwell. And he goes on to talk about the whole thing with Kym Whitley and Monique. And he was saying, that basically, because I had already seen, that Kym Whitley had said something, and because I seen the real, and I didn't like how Kym Whitley had came at Monique. I felt like she had drugged her. But see, I didn't come on this camera because I'm thinking that they were just Hollywood friends. You know how that go. Like, y'all friends because y'all in this game together. I didn't know that they had really developed a real friendship. So, I just let it go one ear out the other because, I seen the real when she was on there. And I know that Monique had responded, but again, I'm going about my life. And then I see James Caldwell's video last night. And he had broke it down to like, no, not only did she drag on the real, but after Monique responded, she dragged her even more on a radio show. Like she was on Instagram Live or Facebook Live while she was on the radio, and she was just going in. And so, after I watched this video, after I watched James Caldwell's video, I looked up that video. And sure enough, Kym Whitley again is dragging Monique. And this just left a bad taste in my mouth, y'all. So, when you watch videos on YouTube, it has suggestions right up under the video. And the suggestion, it was Monique's podcast addressing Kym Whitley. Hadn't had a chance to really listen to it. So today I said, you know what? I'm really going to take the time out and see what's going on. Because my brother James Caldwell, he is letting me know that it's way deeper. So I get on YouTube and I watch this video. And when I tell you that Monique spoke to my spirit, okay? I'm not talking about nobody else's spirit. And again, I want to thank James Caldwell, because if it had not been for that video, I wouldn't have been led to go see her podcast addressing this. So, she goes off by talking about how when you're in Hollywood, she goes off to say, when you're younger or when you're trying to come up in the industry, the only thing you ever want is to be successful. And only thing you want is to be the star. Like, I want to be a star, and I'm going to, I want to be famous. I want to do this and that. And she said, that was me all day. She was like, as a little girl, you couldn't tell me that I wasn't going to marry Michael Jackson and we wasn't going to be flying out on private jets and I was going to be the best sister-in-law them Jacksons ever had. And, she had the same fantasy that a lot of us have about being a star. And then, she grew up and became this talented comic. And again, she said, I wanted to be successful. And I couldn't wait for that success. And I thought about myself because, I really want to be on somebody's red carpet. I don't really want the fame and all that. Like, I'm not trying to be a Kardashian, being famous for being famous. I really do think I have a talent, okay? I take that back. I don't think I know. I know I have a talent. I know I have a talent and a love for people. I have the gift of gab and a love for people that will come across on your TV screen. And I think that I have something to offer when it comes to entertainment news. I think that my unique appeal is the fact that I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to just break you down to get the tea. I want you to want to talk to me and get to the root of the problem. Like, if you're a drug addict, let's just not just talk about all the drugs you done did or all the seedy little situations that you got yourself into. Let's talk about how you got there. You know what I mean? So, I get what she means, because I, too, as I'm taking on this thing with YouTube, and as I go on this journey and trying to become an entertainment journalist, I want that success. So I understand where she's coming from when she talks about how you're a kid and you fantasize about being a movie star, and then you start to take this more seriously and you want success. And you can't wait to be successful. And then she went on to talk about, like, how when you reach that success, you can't wait to have these friends. And you can't wait to call these people friends. And I'm like, that's me too. I'm like, wow. And not because I'm a kiss ass or anything like that. It's because I genuinely have a love for people. Okay? I'm not a pushover, but to me, you're always innocent until proven guilty. I don't have my guard up when I meet people. And that could be a gift and a curse. And I love the fact that she said when she got to a particular status that she did have her nose all up in the air. She said she wasn't the best friend at a particular point in her career. She had her nose all up in the air towards people who had been there when she started, who had known her before she was Monique, who knew her probably when she was Monique Jackson, okay? Yeah, okay? That was her government name, Monique Jackson, okay? So, I get that, and I love the fact that she owned it. And so, hold on one second. So the fact that she owned, yeah, I was chasing the dream. I was chasing the almighty dollar. I had my nose all up in the air. And I believe because she even admitted it in her own comedy show, okay? You guys talk about this whole thing with her and Sydney, and, you guys have issues about him always being there. And yeah, sometimes I do think he needs to be quiet. But I never questioned their open relationship because she has admitted, if you ever watch her comedy shows, that she initiated their arrangement because she was on the road, she was doing movies, she was Monique, bitch, okay? She was Monique. And she was going to do what she wanted to do. So, instead of just cheating on him, she just had to let him know, and they had an agreement that it is what it is, So she will admit that she was on her high horse. So with that being said, in the midst of all this, she became friends with Kym Whitley. And I remember when Kym Whitley used to be on the Parkers. She used to play Furdy-Gurdy. The little big mouth woman who played the piano in the church whenever they was talking about going to church on the Parkers. Yeah, Furdy-Gurdy. Yep, so they were friends. And according to her, they were real friends. Taking hikes and crying on each other's shoulders. And I'm like, wow, okay. And I had to think about this when Monique brought up the point that, sometimes when you sitting up there trying to nurture friendships, you have to understand people's intentions and their motivations. Like, are they there for you, or are they for what you can offer them? Because let's be real. I'm going to be real with y'all. We all know that as talented as Kym Whitley is, she has not had the success of a Monique, okay? When Monique was doing it, she was doing it. #1 TV show, had a talk show, doing movies, Oscar winner. And so Kym Whitley wanted to be a part of that. She latched on, wanted to be associated with not only a fellow comic, but a fellow comic that was doing it. So everything was good. Everything was all good when Monique was at the top of her game and Monique was defending, producers to let you be seen with her on her Oscar coverage and all this other stuff. It was all good then. You weren't dragging her then. Just like, and I watched Kym Whitley when she said, I'm not going to let Monique drag Oprah. Just like I ain't going to let nobody drag Monique. Okay. I can respect you this much for your statement, but your actions speak different. Because, yeah, you supposedly won't let nobody drag her, but you dragged her. You did it. So why you gotta let somebody else do it when you holding the smoking gun yourself? You dragged her. Your supposed friend. Okay? And I'm like, wow. People would do anything for the almighty dollar. So you run around here scared to hold on to any little piece of career that you have, that you will sit up here and throw your friend under the bus. A friend that has been a friend to you through the ups and the downs. And I'm just like, wow. Okay. You've done the most. And, I was watching Monique when she said that hurted her. And she said, but I can't let that stop me from being who I am. I can't automatically just put my guard up because of this, situation. And I had to sit up there, and again, I reflected on myself because I myself have found myself in a situation where, I'm good to people and they just turn on me. And you do, for a little moment, you be like, you know what? This is exactly why people always had their guard out. This is why people be like, fuck that, I don't got no friends, and they always think the worst of people. But I had to tell myself, just like Monique had to tell herself, you can't let that person alter who you are. So that spoke to me too, because I've been in that situation. And I'm just like, wow, this is foul. This is really foul. And I was with Monique when she would start singing Friends. How many others have them? Friends. Yeah. Kym Whitley, you were dead wrong. And that's all I got to say. So y'all let me know what y'all got to say about this. Put it down in the comments. Please do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back to talk to y'all later. So next time, y'all. Peace and love. Mwah.